So I'm sitting in the psych ward, okay? Meanwhile, people are licking bricks and windows, like it was like seriously from a movie, a psych ward.
True story.
True. I was there because I tried killing myself several times, you know? I went through rehab.
Likewise.
Drugs.
Absolutely. Likewise.
Not rehab because of drugs, but, you know, multiple things.
Absolutely.
Psych wards, suicide attempts, pretty much sums it up. And the reason I'm here is because God, He was just like, He wouldn't let me go, and He wouldn't let me take me from Him, you know? And we always struggle through so many different things, like, and you always feel so alone. Like, I always felt so alone. You know, like going through life just having these addictions and struggling with these things that were just always these influence that were always around me. It was like impossible for me to get out and get my head above the water, you know? And it's like, it's so hard because like we sit there and we think it's only us, you know, we're the only ones that deal with it, you know, we're the only ones that struggle. And it's awesome that today, like I can laugh about it and smile about it and be like, dude, I was in the psych ward and this happened, man. I was talking to Kenny the other day about it. You know, there's a dude like sitting there like counting bricks, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. And I was like so bored. I'm like, I'm here. They're supposed to fix me. So let's figure this out. So I went and stood next to him and I'm like, dude, what do we do? He's like, we're counting bricks. I'm like, right on. Let's do this. Where are we at? He's like, 144, 144. I'm like, well, let's do this then, you know? And, you know, it's just through the grace of God, it's like He's been able to bring me back and show me all the trials and tribulations that I've gone through in life. And He's just managed to really rejuvenate my soul, you know? And the way that God has worked so miraculously in my life, it's always been a fight. I mean, we're talking like not a couple of days or like a week that I struggled with, you know, some minor things. It was like 17 years of my life that I took and worked so hard at being a great addict. I worked so hard at trying to take my life, you know, and
no days were taken off, by the way. This is every single day.
Yeah, I never rested. I was not lazy about it. You know, I was like, what am I going to do today? I might die. Who knows? But the thing is that God was like, no, nah, not going to happen. And the cool thing is the way He broke me, and He broke me through life, and He broke me beautifully. And that's what He does to us. So many of us think that we're trying to complete ourselves. You know what I mean? And we go through life and we're trying to find completion. You know, and we want that. We want that. We seek it so bad. But I mean, the amazing thing is that the way God works in our lives is He brings us and He breaks us to make us whole. And He breaks us down, and through our crisis and through our trials and through the pains and heartache that we feel, He gives us the options, you know, He gives us the opportunities to say, well, is this going to be something I want to let harvest and am I going to be bitter over this? Am I going to just hate the world over this? Or am I going to learn from it and be compassionate towards somebody that has the same experience? You know, and it's just, you know, when you take my mindset back, and I'm sorry if this is violent, but, you know, the first time I tried slitting my wrist, the only thought in my head was, wow, red, what a beautiful color. That was it. That's how vacant my life was, you know? And there was no emotional feeling, nothing. And I died inside, and I begged God, you know, if you exist, I fought God continuously. If you exist, you know, why don't you take me out of this, you know? And I finally gave God an ultimatum and said, dude, here's how it's going to work. Either you're going to be miraculous if you exist and you're going to do something that makes sense to me, or tomorrow at this time, I will cease to breathe, you know? And giving God that ultimatum, God was like, all right, you want to do this, man, I'm going to smack you down, you know? And it's awesome because he seeks out a relationship with us, you know what I mean? Like, we sit there and we think that God is about Sunday. God is about going and wearing a suit or a nice dress or whatever, and, you know, going and worshiping Him on a Sunday. But God wants that continuous relationship. You know, now in my life, I used to look up all the time when I was praying, like, God, hey, dude, if you're up there, man. You know, but now it's like, hey, dude, guess what, man? You know, like, and people at work will be like, who are you talking to? I'm like, oh, it's God, you know, he's my boy. And it's just amazing what gifts he can bestow upon us and give to us if we seek him. And if we seek that love relationship with God. And it's just been amazing the way that he's miraculously just taken our lives. And Kenny too. Kenny is right there with me. We didn't grow up together. We never knew each other, but we're like, I'm like, dude, you beatbox, you've got an instrument, I got an acoustic. Let's do this thing, Project X, what up? You know? And
I just want to tell Shane this too, and I want everybody to realize this. We are all miracles. We're up here, we're miracles, and I don't do miracles. I don't do it. There's one almighty powerful who does it, who might break you into little pieces. And I use it as a metaphor because I say it like he gave me a vase, okay? A beautiful, extravagant, colorful, just amazing vase. And every time it's the vase of life, I would take it and I would just smash it. Boom! Didn't matter. Into bits and pieces every single day. And then when it got bad enough, I'd say, God, I kind of need you to grab the sweeper and grab the super glue because we got to fix this vase you gave me. And, you know, in his grace, he would start putting it back together. Amazing. Amazing. But as soon as it was starting to get right where it needed to be, I'd come up and boom, and smash it again. And eventually got to the point where there wasn't even any pieces, it was just dust. So I was like, God, you know, my vase is gone, like it's like I can't even super glue this anymore, you know? And he kind of held it up like, no, you can't just take it. You just smashed it 90 million times in a row. Why would I give you this? And he said, if you just follow my will, I'll give it to you. And I absolutely feel like this vase of life was given to me today. It's such an opportunity to just be here in front of you guys and just share things that I would never want to. And I've realized today that my greatest burdens and your greatest burdens in your whole life will truly become your greatest blessings if you just allow them to do that. So I'm so grateful to be here, man.